Before talking about memory, I want to ask you, why do you remember songs? A song which you haven't listened in 5 years and you still remember that. What is the reason? The reason is you showed genuine interest in listening to a song. Second thing, you also paid 100% of your attention while listening to that particular song. Third, you associated that song with your life, which is why you still remember that song without listening it in 5 years. The same principle is applied for improving your memory because memory is nothing but remembering things. There are three ways you can improve your memory. One, interest. Second is about attention. And third, association. First, interest. See, we had lot of subjects in our childhood, in our school, but you still remember the subject which you are interested in. We had lot of people coming and going in our life, but still we remember those which we find interested. Your capacity to remember a particular thing is depending upon your interest you are showing in that particular activity. So if you are interested in studies, you will remember them. If you are interested in a subject which you are reading a book about, then you will remember that particular information. If you are interested in the person you are talking to, then you will remember what he is trying to say. Interest is at the base of remembering anything, thus improving memory as well. Because while improving memory, one principle is applied: use it or lose it. The more you use it, the more you gain it. The more you don't use it, you lose it. But now you might ask, what if my interest is not in that particular activity or a task, but still I have to remember because part of my job? If that is the case, then you can implement will and you can become interested in that particular activity. Here we are talking about interest, which also can be gained by accessing your intrinsic motivation. You can do that by utilizing your will, by just making a mental command: I am going to pay attention at that particular task and I am going to remember things about that. If you are issuing a mental command and if you are following that, then you will follow it and you will remember that particular thing. Second point is about attention. As a case in point, we talked about a song. You remember that song because you paid 100% of your attention, and usually we listen songs while headphones on, right? So that time what we are doing, we are only listening to a song. We are not doing any other thing. Our mind is not wandering here and there, which is why I remember a song. Paying your attention to the thing which you want to remember is very much crucial for remembering that particular thing. So if you are communicating with someone and if you are watching your cell phone at that time, or if you are eating, you will ask, what have you said? Is it what you want to say? So if you want to remember what the person is saying, at that very time, you have to skip your meal aside. You have to put your phone away and then you listen. Then you will remember the things which he is going to communicate. Attention is very much important for improving your memory. They say that we don't pay quality attention towards our things because we are distracted generation. They say that. That is not the case. We can change that. Doing one thing at a time, by keeping aside other things, at least out of our mind. While doing one task, we are focusing on that particular task. And third principle of memory is association. As you know that marketers use this thing, they communicate to us through stories, right? You also remember movies. Why do you remember them? Because you associate yourself with the characters of the movie. And you see yourself as a hero of the movie. Which is why you become completely involved in a movie. And when you associate your life with the movie, your character with the hero's character, that time you remember the things. The reason is association. People have hard time remembering names. It is really awkward to ask someone who is sitting with us, what's your name? And that very time we remember Shakespeare and we say, what's in a name? And we don't ask. And we do away with our inefficiency in memory. But this thing can be saved. While remembering a person's name, you can associate something with that particular name. Something you will find it if you are paying attention to a person, find something to associate with his name. Something about his character, about his personality. For example, Ajay, he has big laughter. So you can say Ajay with a big laughter. And you can say Kirti with bright eyes. So you are associating some characteristic with their names, and because of that association you are remembering things. Same goes with knowledge. If you are reading a book and that book is about listening skills, then you are associating that information with the person who is good at listening. Again, you are associating that information with the person who is not good at listening. Again, you are associating that information with what benefit a good listener has. Again, you are associating that information to your life and you are seeing at what point you can improve your listening skills. So, if you are combining, connecting all that information, associating things about your life with something you already know, you are going to remember that information for a longer time. You are cementing that information in your mind with the association. With the associations only we remember things, right? If I ask you about your college days, you will not remember that. Now you are not able to recall it. If you are meeting your classmate, that time you automatically remember the things which you did in college. Why? Because of association. When you meet your friend, that time you automatically recall the information because you're associating yourself with your friend. You're associating your friend with the degree you completed. You're associating that degree with the college, and you're associating that college with the days you spent. When it comes to memory, it is all about association. Which is why, if you are using the principle of association, you will remember things and you will increase your memory. Thank you for watching this video and subscribe to this channel for becoming a leader in your life. Thank you very much.